every change, whether it is a small website that you're working on, small mobile app that you're working on, you need to think about this. If you're developing mobile app, you think about the GDPR, the privacy rules. You're thinking about the mobile first. You're thinking about the potential entry into, let's say, some of the closed economies, closed markets, some of the heavily regulated markets. If you want to launch your web app or mobile app in there, how can you approach that? You're trying to think in terms of the global appeal. You're trying to think in terms of the exchange rate, how much you can get if you want to actually put your app on the Google Play Store or the Apple Store in some of the other countries. What is it? How much of do you want to go really one code base, or do you have to have your app installed in multiple Play Stores in these different countries? You need to think about these things, right? So everything is important for you. Everything is important, and everything leads to being agile. And the competitive performance, how your competitor landscape is changing massively, right? You've got Google, which was actually into, which is a technology company, and talks are out saying that Google is coming up with a driverless car. You already know that, with a driverless car, and then with this autopilot kind of a car. So is it a competitor to Facebook and Apple, or do you think Google is a competitor to Ford or Tesla? You never know. And same with some of these disruptive companies. They call themselves as even, for example, Google. They say Google is coming up with its own bank. You never know. They can come up with their own currency later, and we're talking about cryptocurrency from Google, Facebook, or Apple. And Apple has got its own Apple Pay. It has got its own TV, Apple TV. It has got its own channel. What are we talking about? We're not talking anything about the traditional mainstream competitors, traditional landscape. No way. We are actually, everything is changing so rapidly. We need to be constantly aware of these changes from the macro point of view, and also the way it affects us. And the customers or the users tend to understand their needs better. So this is really, really important. Nowadays, everybody is so intelligent compared to, I'm not saying that intelligence has grown, but then they're smart enough to be able to appreciate their needs, what they need or what they want quicker, because of the fact that the information is quicker and it's in their hands now, compared to 20 years ago, where they had to actually ask somebody or to do a lot of different work to get to that. So they can express themselves better, and they can reach out. An example for this is previously, if you want to actually have a look or talk to or listen to or understand what the famous actor, some of the Hollywood actors, or what the presidents or the prime ministers would actually think about something, you've got to wait, and you can't ask them. You can't actually approach them as just a fan. But nowadays, you can actually get into the Instagram channels, or you can get to the Facebook pages. You can ask them questions in a Facebook live event, YouTube live event. You can ask them one-on-one conversations. Hey, what do you think about this? Or what color do you like the most? You can ask the famous Hollywood actor, or to the prime minister of the country, or to the president of another country. You can actually try and approach this. How can you do this? Because of the technology advances, right? So again, I mean, I don't want to spend much time on this. You understand that change does have a huge impact in how we operate, how we work on. So you need to understand that the changes can come from any side. It can come in any form, any shape, any size, and in any format. So it's up to us as professionals to be able to understand this from any dimension, to be able to analyze it and understand it, and then see its impact, and then take the call accordingly. So, and the last, of course, is the changes of views and ideas with customers. We talked about it already. We are talking about lifestyle changes, approach to work, approach to life, how the work-life balance has come in. We never took work. About 20 years ago, it was office, and then it was home. So office was separated. You go to office at 9 o'clock, come back by 5:30, 6 o'clock. That's it. And then perhaps you can have a call sometime in the lunchtime to your family or somebody. But it's not the way. We are actually working. We are working from home. We are living in the home. We're working, and to be honest, we're working harder than what we were working before. But if you ask them, what are you doing? Your home is there to live, not work. So there's those set of changes that have been happening.